How is it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Ethan Bridge and I'm host of the Social Media Marketing School podcast and the guy behind the Instagram page at The Marketing Ethan. Now, before we jump into today's video, if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button to help with the YouTube algorithm. But now we've got that out of the way, let's just dive straight into the topic of today's video. Something we all want to do on social media, particularly Instagram in this case, is monetize the content that we are producing. But very, very few people have the patience, the drive, and the skill set to actually do that. And that's why in today's episode, I wanted to talk a little bit about monetizing your social media content. Because in my opinion, there's a perspective that you do have to look at it from. Your content isn't the thing that is making you money. What your content is doing is it's building your brand so that you can make money. So it's not your content that's directly making your money. Your content is instead proving your expertise, your authority, building trust so that you personally can make money. Now, you might be a business page and you might be thinking, okay, but my content is business related, it's branded towards my business rather than myself. The same thing goes. It doesn't matter if you're a personal brand, it doesn't matter if you're a business. What your content is doing is building trust, it's building authority and showing the expertise that you as a personal brand or you as a business hold. So this is how you need to look at it. You're not going, okay, if I push out this piece of content here, it's going to give me a direct return with a monetary value. And I feel as if this is why people get caught up, especially in the content creation process, because it takes a lot longer than what they initially think it might. Some people head onto Instagram and believe it or not, they think they're going to be making money within 9-10 posts. You think 9-10 posts, solving a few problems here and there, talking about your product or service is going to make you money? Of course it's not. That's nowhere near enough time in order to build that trust and authority that we mentioned comes from the consistent production of content. And content creation and content output at the end of the day is a marketing strategy. Content marketing is what it is called. And it needs to be looked at from a long-term perspective. And believe it or not, you're actually monetizing your content technically every single day. Every single post you put out is building your brand. Every single post you put out is building more trust. Every single post you put out is proving your expertise to the people that are consuming your content. So it's not just a case of, one day this week I'm going to post a picture about my product or service and it's going to bring me X amount of sales. Not particularly the way you should be looking at it. Instead, you should be thinking, right, I'm going to post a piece of content every single day this week. I'm going to talk about this topic here, that topic there, solve this problem. And theoretically, all of these posts are technically monetizable because they are building that trust, they are building your brand, they are showing your authority, which in turn is going to make people want to buy from you. Especially if you really grabbed their attention and they've been consuming your content for quite a while now, because that time period, that extended time period is something that is really, really important. It's not just a short-term thing. Everything to do with social media is long-term, in my opinion. I'm going to continue producing content on Instagram for potentially years. Yes, I've only been on here for almost 9 months now and already seen a lot of success. I've been very lucky with it. I believe it's right place, right time, combined with the amount of work I've actually put in. But I have seen that success, but I will continue to see more and more success if I continue to keep producing content, because the content I keep pushing out will further build my expertise, will further build my trust, will further build my authority within the niche, which is making people much more likely to come to me for their products or services that they desire, opposed to other creators who are possibly very new to the game or no longer produce as much content. It's all about staying top of mind, continuing to prove day after day after day that you are the person to go to. So when you are putting out content, and this is, I know, a very basic episode as far as all of these podcast episodes have gone, there's been a lot more complicated aspects that we've looked at, but this is more of a mindset thing. You shouldn't be thinking about it from the perspective of, like I've said countless times, content about a product or service leads to the sale. Doesn't work like that. Instead, it's the attention grabbing. What Instagram and all these other social media platforms is allowing you to do is to leverage all of this attention. That's what these social media platforms are, which in turn can be leveraged to help build an asset. That asset being you or your business's brand. That asset can then be leveraged to make money. So it's not your content that's monetizable. Your content instead is making you or your business monetizable. Because it's doing all of these things, like we said, it's building trust, building authority, showing expertise, which in turn makes you desirable as a personal brand, as a business to work with, to buy from. So therefore, it's not your content that's directly making you money. Instead, it's grabbing that attention. You are then leveraging that attention that your content has built. You continue to leverage that attention through consistent content creation, which helps build trust, authority, and shows expertise, which then can be leveraged to funnel people further down your sales funnel, your Instagram content being the top of the funnel where you grab the attention in the first place. Then they trust you, so you funnel them onto the next step. You give them a call to action to go to the next stage in your funnel. And then your website does the rest of the work. The website does the sale for you. But the thing initially that got them to that place was your content. Your content creation grabbed that attention. And over time, because you've consistently done it over and over again, has built trust with this audience, which in turn makes them buy from you. They're not going to buy after the first or second time of seeing it. I wouldn't trust you. You probably wouldn't trust me. If this is the first time you're listening to this podcast, I probably still haven't gained your trust, and that's completely fine. But if you listen to the next 3, 4, 5, 10 episodes, by then I would have probably showed my expertise to you, built that trust, built that authority, and you will then come back to me as a consistent resource to consume more content about social media marketing and Instagram monetization. I will be that hub for you, but I'm not expecting after just one episode for you to be that person that consistently does that. And that's why I actually produce 3 podcast episodes a week, which is a lot more than what most podcast hosts do. They'll probably stick to just the 1 a week or 1 a month. But with my 3 episodes a week, I can build that trust and authority 3 times faster than the person that's only producing 1 episode a week. So if it took 4 episodes for them to build trust, that would have taken them a month. Whereas for me, that only took just over a week to do. And that's why daily content creation on social media builds trust and authority very, very quickly. If you are new to Instagram, and this is why I press this so hard, get yourself on a content challenge. I started out on a 90-day content challenge where I produced content every single day for 90 days. That has now gone on to be well over 250 posts. But because I'm producing every single day and putting out content every single day, be it on my feed, be it on stories, I am getting all of these different attention points so that people keep seeing me as a creator. The more they see me, the more they're going to trust me. The more they see my expertise, the more I'm going to build that expertise and authority within my niche. So consistent content creation over a long period of time, frequently, will make your content monetizable because it builds trust, authority, and shows your expertise, which you can then leverage as a business, as a personal brand, to then make money. So it's not your content that is monetizable. Your content instead is monetizing you. And that's the perspective you need to look at it from. And that wraps up today's video. If you did enjoy, I would really appreciate if you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turned on post notifications. That way you will never miss a video when I post one. But I did just want to mention that this is a part of my podcast series, Social Media Marketing School, and the audio version of the podcast is actually the place to be because I release this content over there a little bit sooner than I do here on YouTube. So if you want to consume this content a bit sooner, I will leave some links to the audio version of the podcast in the description. Head down there and make sure you subscribe. But if you've got any questions with regards to anything I've mentioned, please just reach out to me on Instagram at @themarketingethan, send me a DM and I'll make sure I get back to you no matter what. But if you have made it to this point in the video, I just want to finish off by saying thank you for tuning in and I'll see you in the next one.